Japanese guy.
Hack Joe Cock.
Angry Japanese guy.
Who's Joe?
Joe. I'll be Joe. I like G.I. Joe.
Gathered together from the cosmic reaches of the universe, here in this great hall of justice.
Nope. Nope.
Yo, Joe!
Hey, toy fans, welcome to our Toy Addictions, your source of what's then, what's now, and what's about to be in the world of toys. From Matco Developers, we talk about it all. There's something for everyone in our couples of toy joys, so without further ado, let's talk little plastic people and things. I'm Matt, the producer, just tripped down the toys rabbit hole. To my right, that wacky lover of all things, Bobby Vella, Aaron of 6 Inch. And across the table, your host and favorite seller of everything, Scalper Ron. Let's hit it.
Good morning, gentlemen. How we doing?
Good morning, sir.
It's almost good afternoon.
It almost
I was
is.
going to say, we're a little late this week. We're doing this on Sunday.
And it's like 10 o'clock.
Yes.
I'm still choking.
Not used to the position of the sun in your windows.
Yeah.
Why did I just put my book under everything? I need to refer to my book.
Your notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing it a day later, just to accommodate your schedule. We were going to do it without you, but
No, that's fine. I told you guys, I said, hey, you're going to have to knock out a banger without me, and I was totally fine to skip this week. It was worthwhile. We went to Michigan City. Jake had a drill competition. They took first place, so
That was pretty cool,
it was
too.
worth the drive.
Watching that was really cool.
Yeah, it's
That
on
put
it's
a
on
smile
YouTube.
on my face.
I might link. I could link the video up on the Facebook page or something. But yeah, he did really good. He was really nervous a few weeks ago. He did his first show or his first comp, and he was really nervous. He didn't want us to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, yeah, like, we're going like 20 minutes away, but I don't want you there. And it's like, all right, I'm driving like an hour and a half away, but can you guys come and see? So, and then at the end of those drill comps, they do what's called a knockout. So they get every cadet that shows up, and then they give you like commands. So you have to like turn, march, and if you're not stopped in the right position or if you move in the wrong direction, like they pull you out. So usually like the top 10 people, there's usually like a couple hundred people there
okay.
in the knockout. And so we saw him perform and we were getting kind of hungry. So we left because we didn't think the knockout started for an hour. So we went to go get lunch. We came back and then they were just finishing the second knockout.
Oh.
And he told us that he actually ended up in the top 20 for the unarmed knockout.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, damn it.
Nice.
So we missed that, but yeah, Romeoville did good. They took 9 of the 10 first place trophies. The last one they got second place, and then they won the overall
Very cool.
competition.
Sweet.
So it was worth
sweet.
it. Yep.
Very cool.
So and he does armed exhibition too. So it's not just like marching. They get to do like patterns, and it's kind of like the marching band of the Marines.
Yes.
He gets,
So,
he gets
that's
to
cool.
play with those M1 Garands that they
Yeah.
toss around.
Yeah, he likes it. He found a giant stick that's the same length in the backyard, and he went out and practiced in the yard. I mean, he put in the work, and it showed yesterday. So
That's awesome,
I
man.
was proud of him.
That's awesome. That kid's
So.
really building up a very disciplined regimen. It's very cool.
Yeah, and he got promoted to Lance Corporal about a month and a half ago. So yeah, he's on the right path.
Pretty
So,
sweet. Pretty
but,
sweet.
So enough about not toys. I got one more non-toy story
Yeah.
to share with you guys. So Thursday night, the short version of the beginning of the story is there was a mix-up between my son and I. He ordered DoorDash, but he was at his girlfriend's house, but he had the DoorDash brought to our house. I, on the other hand, was going to go pick up food that was close to her house. So I was trying to like coordinate with him, like, do you want me to bring it to you or are you coming to get it? Because we didn't know if he'd already left. So he finally decides to call me and tell me he's on his way. So I just go get the pizza. I'm at the corner of Weber and Airport, and I see this like police SUV, lights blazing, going about 90 miles an hour towards Joliet. About a minute and a half later, because the light never cycled out of the emergency lights, I see like this blue Toyota Supra going about 110 the other direction. That same SUV was right behind him, and then another cop car was behind him. They had to be going 100 miles an hour. It was ridiculous.
Seriously?
Yeah. I mean, all I heard was, I mean, it sounded like a motorcycle. That's what I thought it was. No, man, it was, dude, they were flying.
I wonder
It
if
was
they
insane.
caught him.
It was, I don't know, man. Depends on how much gas he had, I guess.
That's fantastic.
Well, they got that new interchange at 55 and Weber, so he probably just right onto the interstate.
Right. Yeah. And as soon as he hits the interstate, you're done.
So, and it was evening. I mean, it was after rush hour, so it would have been wide open. But yeah, I keep meaning to look that up, like in the patch or whatever, and see if there was any reports on that. But yeah, it was crazy. I'd never seen a high speed pursuit like that. I mean, it got me all up in like, ooh, yeah, kind of exciting. So,
Well, there's a lot of new toy reveals this week.
yeah, it's getting towards that time of year where they're going to reveal stuff for the holiday season.
Yes.
So,
A couple things for you too. I've been snooping around.
what'd you find?
The new 66 line.
Oh, yeah. I sent you guys that link.
Yeah.
I sent you. Yes, I saw that.
The 66 line.
Batman 66.
Oh, the Batman
Yeah.
66. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
The Tommy Lee Jones and the Walter White figures and the.
Yeah, well, it was the two that we always talked about, Egghead and King Tut.
Yep.
So they're coming out. They're doing another Batman, like radioactive Batman, which
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that episode either, vaguely. But somebody had made somebody in the comments had said that, oh, I wonder if they're going to do the Mad Hatter, because apparently it was a Mad Hatter episode
Oh, okay.
that he did.
Yeah, we
that.
haven't seen him yet.
So yeah, so Mad Hatter, and he was in the show. But you and I were talking a little bit offline about the Two-Face. And I'm like, yeah, surprisingly, Two-Face was never in the show.
Yeah, he's been around since the 40s. I'm surprised that they never did a Two-Face.
But this is Tommy Lee Jones.
I
I mean, if you look
He
at
looks,
him, I'm looking
he looks
at
a
him.
lot like him.
It
But
looks like it's the figure from back in the day. Like they just
yeah, I gotta.
updated it a little bit.
he was, I mean, in the 40s, though, he was very different.
Now-
He's very different looking.
If you look, I'm looking at these, and it's quite interesting because you bring them over when you buy them, and
Yep.
as soon as you get your case set up, you'll see them. But besides the Egghead, none of them have the
They have weapons.
they have weapons this
And
time, and not
and
the splat, crack, smack.
So, well, and I think the Batman has a weapon, and I was thinking about this.
He has a
The King
boomerang.
Tut
Uh-huh.
never actually got into a physical altercation with Batman and Robin. It was always his goons.
He's too big.
Right. So it made sense to me why he didn't have that. Plus, I was
Okay.
glad to get the scepter. The Batman, I think, the radioactive Batman, I think, does come with a couple of punch.
No, he has his bat radio and a batarang.
Oh, so I wonder if maybe they're switching that up. The Two-Face didn't surprise me because if
Just a
he's not
coin.
really part of the line, he was never part of the show, and
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out why he was never part of the show. The only thing I could think of was like maybe like the idea of Two-Face is like a little too grotesque for 1960s television.
Okay.
so
Yeah,
they just never
that's.
did
I
it.
was kind of wondering that myself. But
Yeah, and it just looked too cheesy to just paint half of his face red, and because they easily could have sewn two suits together.
Now, see,
You know what I mean?
it mentions the Riddler, but it has Two-Face, so it's weird. Which one is right? Which one is wrong? Correct, I should say.
Right. I thought of that too, but maybe it was just a
But
typo.
that Two-Face is in the same packaging, and he comes with a
But
cool
it-
coin.
But notice there is a difference on the packaging. So if you look at the King Tut and
It
the
says
Egghead
classic series.
classic TV series,
Yeah.
yeah, the Two-Face doesn't. So
The
it's
Batman doesn't either.
which is weird because he was in an episode.
Yeah.
So
It's odd. It's odd. Maybe it's part of the multiverse, and if he's part of the Batman, McFarlane's going to be just like he does with his other lines.
Yeah.
McFarlane's just going to start putting other renditions out of characters. That I can't wait for.
this guy,
Yeah.
that looks cool. Oh look! I thought that was the WWE version.
The Coliseum collection is
Yeah, I don't know what
Pretty
that is.
nice.
I don't. Man, I know it was a Toy Newsy article. Where is it?
if
That's
you
what I
go
sent
up.
you guys. No. For the I'm gonna have to break down the things. Would it be DC or McFarlane?
McFarlane.
Yeah.
they are doing a DC Multiverse 7-inch Riddler from the Arkham City game.
Yeah.
That actually looks pretty badass.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at that next. That looks kind of cool. So here's the Egghead.
He
I
doesn't
mean-
come with any accessories except his fighting.
Yeah, he didn't have anything, but I'm trying to. So it looks to me like the arms.
That's Walter White.
It looks like Walter White. So I'm
It's
thinking
supposed to be Vincent Price.
Is
It
that
is.
who Egghead
That's
is?
That's who played
That's,
Egghead.
it looks like Vincent Price. So my guess is the arms and the legs are Joker, and then he's got a new torso, new head. They'll
Okay.
save some money on the builds. Oh, where's the? Oh,
Little tabby tab.
yeah.
He's-
That
that's
looks just
a
like King
very-
Tut, and it looks like a soft goods cape.
That looks very good.
So, but yeah, you're right. No, but see, this is weird. I mean, it's still got the kapow.
It's the
outline
same
of
bubble.
The inner tray is different. So
That's
got
a
the
very
sandals.
good looking figure in this photo.
Yeah, very nice. And then the classic TV series. Yeah.
And now it has the same green Batman little explosion above his head, but it doesn't say classic TV series, which is weird.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's just odd. It's odd why he wouldn't have the punch things in there. But it's cool that we're finally getting something else. Looks like there's a little hole in the battering for a rope.
that would be cool.
That'd be neat.
Yeah, is that? I'm wondering if that's
See, I don't
If
think
that's
that
like,
looks like I don't
if
think that looks like Tommy Lee Jones. It just looks like a random.
yeah. The more I look at it, yeah, I think you're right.
I mean, it actually half of it looks like it was from the V toy line. So
Yeah, I noticed it's still got. I wonder if those are like just like trial packages or something because it's still got the molding for the POW and the
yeah.
you know.
Well, unless that's just part of it. I mean, you know that it's part of the line.
I'm
But
just gonna say maybe it's just part of the.
so here's what I
packaging.
noticed. So this red is the same color as the Joker figure. So the arm and the pants definitely have to be from the Joker. The mold is probably from the Joker anyways, but they use the same color red so they didn't have to differentiate the colors of red. The orange would be new, and then obviously the head is new. It's a cool sculpt for Two-Face, though.
It is.
So-
It is.
Yeah, so hopefully these are actual legit and not just some hoax that somebody's throwing out there. But yeah, that's the first thing I noticed. I didn't even notice that the explosion wasn't there.
Yeah.
But see,
Yeah.
here's the thing, though. Is I see this sticker right here, and this looks like a price tag. So I'm almost wondering if maybe this one isn't a custom. Like somebody 3D printed a head, and then they used a Joker body.
I could see that. Yeah.
You know
I
what I'm
could see-
saying?
yeah.
And that's why the bubble is the same, but it's like a new tray. Like now the inner tray being what it is. I mean, it looks like there's a cutout here for the hair being kind of crazy. It does look like it's conformed to the body. That's a lot of work.
Not only that, but it's strapped in.
Yeah, with the rubber band. So it's, I mean, like I could go either way, but hopefully this is legit. And the fact that it's called Riddler, not Two-Face.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, they might have because if you look at the logo up at the top is that's from the Batman comic in the 50s.
No, that was from the show. Well, you know what?
Oh, go back to the face.
They took the idea from the Batman comic in the 50s.
Oh, right. Yeah, so the Batman
Okay.
logo is the same on all of them. But yeah, Green Explosion Classic, Green Explosion Classic TV, Green Explosion.
Nope.
Now, it could say Classic TV under the bubble. Maybe you just can't see it through the
Interesting. Yeah.
layers of
I
plastic.
mean, those might also be just trial cards. Too.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So, but yeah, that's I'm excited for those. It's cool that he's pumping out something. I got, unlike Hasbro, who we'll get into this discussion a little bit later, McFarlane announces a toy, and a few months later they start showing up.
A few
at
months,
Targets.
few weeks.
Yeah.
He's quick.
Yep.
He's
So
I think he makes sure he has his stuff in stock
This-
and ready to go, and then he announces everything.
this line right here is my absolute number one. Well, I should say store bought
Yeah.
line, because Action Force is what my money goes to first if there's stuff available. So, yeah, I'm excited to see these.
That's a good line.
So
Speaking of Batman, just real quick, I think it should be noted that the Batman from the animated series that we all grew up with and loved.
yeah,
Sadly, the voice of Batman, Kevin Conroy, has passed away from cancer
yep. It was
just a couple of days ago.
Yep.
Yeah, 66. He was the Batman.
Yeah, he was the Batman so many people knew from when the animated series started, 91, 92.
Yeah. 92 through 96. Wow, that.
I
didn't
mean,
last
but
as
he's
long as
been
I
the
thought.
voice for he's for a lot of movies, Justice League.
He was in the DC. Yeah, he was the voice in all the
Yeah,
DC animated films.
yeah, he was like the quintessential
Yep.
Batman voice.
Yeah.
For,
He was.
for quite a while. As a matter of fact, I think he had his last job was a movie that just an animated movie that just came out last year, if I remember correctly.
Oh, really?
Or actually this year, I think.
No, from what I read, he's had cancer for a long time.
It
Yeah,
says
he's
that
been,
very
he's
sick.
been fighting it for probably 4 or 5 years, I think.
It says that for a short battle, so that's what I'm trying to find out. Like when he was diagnosed, because I thought I heard a while ago that he had cancer. But,
Same day.
yeah.
This was Friday. Same day Gallagher died too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cancer.
Yep.
But I just thought it should be noted that the voice of Batman that so many knew, unfortunately, is no longer with us. So
yep.
our hearts and condolences go out to his family and friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Kevin Conroy, age 66. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so this Coliseum collection is actually really cool, but I do not want to get into any wrestling figures. I shouldn't
Yeah,
say
you
that
do.
because I get into a couple. I have a few, and I can't wait for Ultimate Warrior to come out. There's a WrestleMania 15 Warrior that I want to get.
So what is this? Is this a box set?
It's
of
a
these
box
two?
set of the two from the match.
What match?
Exactly.
So it was a WrestleMania, wasn't it?
No.
Look at that box. It's awesome.
I don't think Terry Funk was ever at a WrestleMania.
You sure?
Yeah. I always know Terry Funk is one of the assholes from Roadhouse.
Is it? He is.
Yeah, he's the guy. So when
Oh.
Dalton's fighting the guys on the dock, and that's
Yeah.
when Wade Garrett shows up, he's like, "Mind your business, Dad." That was Terry Funk.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. It should tell you what in the description what
I don't
this
have
is
time
from,
to read.
but
$70.
35 a piece, yeah.
Yeah, recreate iconic entrances, signature moves, in-ring display. Pays tribute to the original LJN figures released back in the day and go nicely with last year's Sergeant Slaughter Mattel Creations exclusive. Figures each come on their own resealable card backs. Okay, so they come in the box, but they're in a card back.
Yeah.
So this is before Hulk went yellow and red.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
Terry
That was-
Funk's
that
lost
was
a lot
bef-
of weight.
That was before.
Dude, what that is just ridiculous. He looks just like him.
It is. It's the dude from
It's-
fucking Roadhouse.
It's
yeah.
I think wrestling has got their shit together.
Well, wrestling's been doing face scans on their toys for friggin' years. Jakks
Yeah.
Pacific started that, and they're good at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hulkamania's
Absolutely.
running wild, brother.
Yeah.
Say your prayers and eat your vitamins, Hulkamaniacs.
There's me, Jake. Yeah.
Step into a Slim Jim.
I have a quick question for you. I'm gonna change gears here real quick. If you go into
Jake.
go into where's
Oh, wait a minute. I got to go back in that because I think there's more. One of 87?
87? Yes.
All right. Because somebody just said Jake, and I'm like, wait a minute, Jake. And I remembered I saw Jake the Snake in one of the pictures.
He was last. Oh, what was that?
Yeah, that's what I saw. Oh, I think this is the one from last year that came out.
Yes.
Or earlier this year. But I want to see the Jake. See, I have this Hulk. This is the exact same Hulk I have. It's just different colors.
Exclusive.
No, I don't have as many heads. Oh my God, I'm already.
Look
on
at his
62
eyeball.
pictures. Which one? The crazy one?
Yeah.
That
It
one?
looks like it's gonna pop out of his head.
You're
That's
gonna lose your
fantastic.
eyeball.
I don't remember
Dad.
him much. Did he have a crazy eye? I don't know.
I don't think
kind of.
did he? See that one he
Wow,
does.
That looks weird.
That does, doesn't it?
That looks like his mouth is like coming out like V. Like the lizards in V. Okay, that doesn't look too bad from the side. That's just weird. Sculpted beards are weird.
They kind of are.
Your beard is weird, man.
Is that a cattle prod?
Okay, so that's just the. That's
Look at his
just the
face. He
slaughter.
looks like he's a skeleton. Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah.
That does not look good. Look at his hat brim. It's all weird.
I mean, this would be cool to stand next to the slaughter I just picked up.
yes.
Ding. To like
Go.
do the 86 thing, but
You know what? I think Hasbro will come out with one of those because
I don't
Slaughter's
know.
Marauders are coming out.
Yeah, but Slaughter's Marauders was with the Triple T Slaughter. Dude, how do you make a toy and not know that this fucking belt goes on the other way? This is the back of a back brace. God.
That's like the hood for
That's like putting the
for
hood on
Snake
wrong.
Eyes. Or not Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow.
Oh my
That
God.
is
Or
fantastic.
Kamakura now, too.
Or Kamakura, yes.
It's just little things like that that aggravate me.
It's like
that I
you made the toys, you should know how to pose them.
Yeah. You shouldn't
Come
be allowed
on.
to make stuff if you don't know what you're doing.
Come on, go and do Legends. Is there a Marvel Legends? They revealed their new line of Bath figures.
Oh yeah,
A lot of B characters. I dig what they're doing because this universe is just
All right, hang
expansive.
on. Actually, let me go to Pulse because I think it's up here.
But I asked Matt this morning.
It's not the Wakanda Forever line they just revealed, right?
This is Puff Adder.
Puff Adder. All right, well, let's go to new.
Did you see the Toy Farce news?
Oh wait, it's the one with the new Captain America, right?
Yes.
Yeah. No, what was Toy Farce News?
Toy Farce news. King Grayskull shoots on Mattel over not reaching the final 10,000 goal. I thought I was a bigger draw. I should have been the main event. Threatens to quit, brother. Oh,
So
that's funny. So
they-
they didn't make the 10 grand, huh?
No,
I didn't
they
even
make
pay
the 10.
attention.
No, I think they got like 9,200.
Something real. It was close.
It was.
enough,
I mean,
but
they got
was-
closer, I think, than a lot of people thought, but it wasn't
Yeah.
close enough. Yeah. So the orb.
Some of these characters are really cool, and they're like one shots.
All right. If you think that this guy's cool, then you're just not seeing him.
He's got an eyeball for a head.
Yeah.
So
See, I don't
you got
remember.
an
I
eyeball
don't
for
remember
him.
some of these characters. Is he a good guy or a bad guy?
Exactly.
Right.
You are correct.
Bring the excitedness and wonder of Marvel's universe. Oh no, that's ridiculed for his appearance since his youth. The mercenary known as Orb holds the iconic distinction of being partially responsible for blinding Utah the Watcher.
Watu. It's
Autu.
Watu.
Whatever. Spell it right, like Mixoplex.
Oh, I saw a little short on him. I can't wait for
Mixoplex.
Mixoplex and Batmite
All right.
for McFarlane to do some figures of them.
Okay.
Very cool story.
This
So
does look like a cool Captain America.
that's a pretty cool cap. I like it. But the Build-A-Figure is Puff Adder.
Wasn't he King Adder?
No, he was Puff. He was back in the early days of comics.
He's a '70s guy.
from Captain.
Dress him up like an animal.
He made his debut with a Cap comic.
The dumbest Wonder Man ever.
But my question to you:
What do we do
as
for
you're-
Wonder Man? Put him in a smoking jacket.
I don't. Yes, yeah. I'm not a fan of some of these.
Looks like he's
characters.
hanging out in Amsterdam.
They're really reaching for some of these characters they're bringing out right now.
Well, they're doing a bullshit bath with bullshit characters.
Well,
It's like this is a throwaway line.
yes, but that throwaway line is going to make him a very expensive figure in the future.
Yeah, because everybody's going to be like, I need to complete the set. It is a nice head sculpt. I will say that, but
Put that on your.
I gotta give them
Maliverse?
that. They've been getting a hell of a lot better
Yeah.
at their head sculpts.
So, with this Build-A-Figure, he's from the Serpent Society, the Secret Serpent Society.
is that who started Cobra Khan?
Well, my question is, why do all of these? Well, they're not toy lines, but all of these, if it's comics or TV cartoons, why is everything related around snakes? Is snakes really that big of a draw for kids? Marvel has a snake. He-Man, Joe's. I mean, snakes are big parts of all of these lines.
Well, I think going way back in culture, snakes were always considered evil, so it's easy to tie snake like Hydra. I think it's just easier to tie snakes back to being evil.
What were the three that we came up with? Snakes, something else, and ninjas.
that are always evil,
No,
That are
that
always
are
in
always
every
or that always
line.
that kids always like.
They're always in
the
every
kids
line.
like as being the bad guys. You
Yeah.
know.
Oh, yeah,
Well, ninjas are back and forth, but
Excuse me.
yeah, yeah. This Baron von Strucker is actually pretty neat. I like the. I mean, it looks like Hydra. I
That
don't
is
know what
pretty
the hand
cool.
is.
That is they're doing very well with these lines. But
Yeah.
unless you're a hardcore collector and you read the stories.
Yeah.
So I mean,
And a lot of these stories go back to the '70s, so
Oh,
it's not
they
like you
do.
could pick up
Yeah.
current stories and like go.
it's
One,
I mean,
two shots.
You go to a comic shop and you have to pick up like literally every issue on the wall in
Yeah.
order to stay up
Yeah.
to date with any of this stuff.
I think that's
It's
why a lot of.
impossible.
That's why I never really got in. Because even just to keep up with Daredevil, I had to like pick up 4 other lines.
What's
It's
one of
like,
the reasons why I got out? Because once IDW took over Transformers, they went from 2 to 4 of them.
Okay.
Oh, actually, they went from 1 through Dreamwave, and then they did like their one-off comics that would come out like every 3 or 4 months or whatever, like
Sure.
spotlights and things like that.
Sure.
But then IDW took over, and they immediately had 4 different comics. They had Spotlight, they had More That Meets the Eye, I forget what the other one was that went along with the variation of the storyline. And then they had just like one-off stories that would focus on, 2 or 3 characters on an adventure or something like that. And then they started adding on to that. And then those other 2 storylines ended, and they had like 6 comics going. And you can't keep up with that, man, especially when the damn things are $4 and $5 a piece.
That's why finally, after so long, I finally gave up on the MCU, because now they're spinning off into shows, and there's other shows, and there's things on Hulu I got to find now, and it's fucking ridiculous.
I've got some that I kept. There's a few that I haven't actually read yet, but there was a few of them I kept because one of my favorite artists during that time, Casey Collar, or Colin, was he did a lot of the cover art for him. And I like his covers, the way he does his covers. I got 3 of them signed at the con, too. That was
he
pretty
did.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, look at C-3PO.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Horrible.
He's got a scarf.
I'm looking at the socks, man. Look at the socks. Even the robot's got socks. So why is this robot with C-3PO? What's the story there? That's a little robot.
That's actually
from
just
the... No, he's actually from Star Wars. He's from the video game, the Jedi Order game.
Oh, yeah, he is.
It's a little robot, because I have that figure in his normal form with Kyle
Katarn.
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 No. Not Chris Kattan.
I met him.
I know you did.
I met him last
that's
week.
That's a non-toy related story.
Well, you had yours. I'm having mine.
Whatever the kid from the Jedi Order, Fallen Order was. So
I got to finish that game yet.
yeah. It was pretty cool. It took a while, but yeah, the end was pretty sweet. It was intense with the whole Inquisitors fight.
Nice.
Let's see. So, what else you guys got?
What else do I got?
There was something that I wanted to bring up. It's probably a longer topic, so we'll save it till the end.
I was just going to say that real quick, like Point Blank and Dead End from the Transformers line it looks like they're shipping.
Sweet.
Or they're either coming in or they're shipping. One of the 2.
Yeah.
I just got notification that Point Blank was in my pile of loot. And I'm expecting Dead End to probably hit sometime very soon. I just wish that they would get off their ass with Breakdown so we could finish that damn Menasor, because I know people that have got, there's people I watch online that have got the damn thing already, and I'd sure like to get mine.
Yeah.
Fucking Hasbro.
Yeah, I want those 2, and I want the upgrade kit for it, so I could just put it up. I could open it and put it up. That'd be nice.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna try and find an upgrade kit for mine too.
So
They
if
have
we're-
guys that do like some like offshoots or 3D prints of them. I think I might go that way, but I might even print my own now that I have a printer.
So talking about items that are shipping soon, so I got a notification literally this morning at 7:30 that the Serpentors are shipping. So mine and yours are coming. Now I'm excited because this is a fantastic figure and I cannot wait to get them. But it got me thinking, and of course I circled back around to what the fuck is going on with the Mindbenders. So he was set to, I'm trying to figure out when he was set to ship. It's probably in the listing.
What's your address?
Yeah, I know. We'll blank that out.
Can you? Do you know how?
I'm sure he can. He just upgraded his computer. Well, so the Mindbender came out. The Mindbender was released easily a month or 2 before the Serpentor, and then sold out like immediately. Then Serpentor was released at their well, he was kind of announced at the JoeCon panel or whatever, and then not the JoeCon panel, PulseCon.
The PulseCon panel.
And then officially went up for pre-sale on the 10/27 event. No, is that right? No, because that was October 27th. When the fuck did he go? Oh, no, he went up for sale on the Saturday after PulseCon. That's what it was. But he was revealed before that at something else. So it got me thinking, like, okay, well, Serpentor was released a month and a half later, or revealed a month and a half later. Why is he already shipping, but I haven't gotten any notifications for my Mindbender yet? And people have already gotten their
I was
Mindbender.
gonna say people have already gotten their damn Mindbenders.
So I put more thought into it, and like, this is the thing that frustrates me most about Hasbro is, like, they don't even know what's going on with their own stuff. or they're so convoluted in their time frames. Like we were talking earlier before the show, the Tiger Force stuff that was revealed last year in October, for the PulseCon or the 1020, whatever it was. I think it was PulseCon because I want to say it was in October last year, like early October. Tiger Force Outback, Tiger Force Recondo, Tiger Force Bazooka, Python Patrol Bat, Python Patrol Officer, and then Python Patrol Viper. They were all revealed. Some of the bats and the Vipers have kind of bled out into the world.
That's another one I saw on the peg in that video from Canada.
Right. So a lot of these are showing up in Canada. There's almost none that are showing up in the United States. Now there was a whole thing with Tiger Force Outback.
Yeah.
That people were getting notification after notification of like, do you still want this? Do you still want this? And then some of those people, they said after like 4 or 5 times of like always staying on top of it, getting the notification, because they would go and check it daily.
Yeah.
Finally, Target just up and canceled the order without even asking them if they wanted to keep it.
Yeah.
So Target starts canceling orders. Nobody knows where these Tiger Force Outbacks are anymore. Some stores, like randomly scattered throughout the country, are starting to see like 2 or 3 on the shelf.
Yeah.
And that's it. But there was a rumor that went on around in the spring that the container that had them all, like, actually sank. It fell off a boat and it sank, which happens a lot.
Oh, shit. I have mine on pre-order still.
They said that they're on BBTS
No, through Pulse.
through Pulse. Yeah,
Yeah.
I canceled mine. Well, I had.
How about that?
Well, if you have yours on pre-order, if you don't want it, keep it, and I'll get it from you. I'll throw that out there because I didn't want it, but I'm like, you know what? He's in the first 50, and I at least want the first 50 figures in the collection.
Okay.
So, I do want to try to get that Outback now.
Outback? No, Mindbender.
Oh, you're talking about Mindbender?
Yeah.
Oh, I was on Mindbender like 10 minutes ago.
No, I know.
So
I was looking up for
yeah,
some
no,
news,
I have mine on pre-order still.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean,
I was joking about putting one on pre-order. Put one on, or give me Matt's pre-order or whatever.
you did put one on pre-order.
I did.
So
Actually, I put like
wait,
2 of
Outback
them.
or Serpentor
Mindbender.
Mindbender.
or Mindbenders? But
Yes.
yeah, okay. I don't know if maybe you didn't do a Serpentor too though.
No.
Okay. So yeah, so like, what the fuck is going on with Hasbro's figures? I mean, like,
I don't know.
you know, so in America,
hearing,
like,
hearing the same shit from everybody else.
yeah,
Man.
in America, like, you can't get that wave. It's just like it's gone. They're showing up in Toys R Us's in Canada because they were Target/Toys R Us exclusives.
Yeah.
But nobody knows what is going on with like that particular wave. But
Yeah, I mean, you listen to Viper Island. The guy's from Canada,
yeah,
and he sees all of this stuff coming up into Canada, but he's also talking for, like, you know, us.
but he knows what's going on.
He's talking
down
for
this-
the rest of us in North America too, going, you know, every episode he does, what the fuck, Hasbro?
yeah, yeah. I mean, everybody calls him a shill for Hasbro, but you know, I kind of agree with the guy. Like, look at this Sergeant Slaughter. I mean, I think he's for what he is, for being a G.I. Joe version of Sergeant Slaughter. I think he's the perfect version. If you want a G.I. Joe centric Sergeant Slaughter,
Yeah, now that I got a good look at him,
You know,
he looks pretty good.
the Mattel figures don't do it for me. You know, the Action Force is nice, but the Action Force is more realistic military type stuff. He's an older guy, you know, and as Bobby Val is always saying, it's like, well, if you want a freakishly cartoon size Slaughter, like the Classified's great. He's like, but you know, Robert Remus is not that big in real life.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, like, I get what he's doing there. I mean, the Action Force versions are perfect for Action Force, but I think the Classified version is perfect for G.I. Joe, for what it is. But it kind of takes me back to what I was saying, is like, when the figures eventually kind of reach our hands, there really are great figures and they're very well done. But it's getting them that's such a pain in the ass,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And I've, like I just said, like, you know, I'd like to get the first 50 of the line. After that, I will spot collect.
Yep.
But yeah, it's so frustrating. I mean, like, G.I. Joe is the one toy brand that I've always loved since childhood, that I would always collect almost no matter what. I never said I'd collect Funko Pops because I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole. I have all the G.I. Joes, you know, and I've gotten other Funko Pops since then, but, you know, I don't think I've gone too crazy with them.
Yeah, I said I
Right.
was never going to do
You
the
know.
Pops thing too, and for some reason I have all the Transformers ones.
Yeah. So, but it's a brand thing. Like, you're loyal to the brand, but at what point does your brand loyalty eventually wane because of the people that give you that product? It seems like they don't even care about it.
Yeah,
You know.
it's hard to tell anymore. I mean, you just don't. You know, the only one that I've actually seen in the last probably 6 months to a year that's actually put, it seems like, any love or care into their product whatsoever is Faliverse.
And honestly, like, as ridiculous as it sounds, like, that's something that matters to me. I think one of the reasons I like the line so much is because of how passionate he is about his figures.
Yeah.
And his characters. And he really wants them to be treated well, and he treats them with respect, and he lets us know what the hell is going on.
Not only that, but he's made it known to I mean, so many people that like matter within the community, or you know, that people like watch religiously on YouTube and things like. He's made it known to all of these people that he doesn't ever plan on changing or going big corporate or anything.
Well, he did throw the idea out there about another toy manufacturer possibly making the toys, but that's because he would like to just design the toys. He would like to design the figures.
But he still wants to. He still wants to maintain
control.
He still wants to maintain 100% control. That's the thing.
Yeah, he'd be like overseeing quality control. So I mean, if it's done right, it can be done right. But yeah, I don't know. It's so frustrating with Hasbro. I hate Hasbro, but I love them because they give me good toys. But I hate them.
Yeah, that's the crap. That's the crap thing about us is we're. I mean, it's almost to the point where they produce so much of the stuff that people want. Where the hell else are you going to go?
Yeah,
that's the shitty thing about it.
I mean, the other thing, like, you know, case in point, when he first announced the female wave, when Bobby Valla first announced the female wave, the Series 3 figures for Action Force, he's like, they're going to be out like late summer, early fall next year, and then there was some things that he didn't like about him, and he knows he wants his toys to be perfect, and he knows his fans expect high quality, good action figures. So he took it back to production and he fixed a few things, but he told us, he's like, look, there's a delay. There was something in the production that I didn't like. I wanted to go back and fix it. We fixed it. They're reproducing everything, so there's going to be a delay in the figures. He's been upfront and honest. Now, I knew that there was an SDS coming. I didn't know at the time what it was called. I knew there was going to be a wave between like 2 and 3, which he would reissue the Steel Brigades and the Swarms and some gear packs. I had no idea about these December surprises until I heard about them not too long ago. Now, I don't listen to, like, I check in every once in a while, but I don't like religiously listen to the 3POA podcast that he's on, or the Infinity Equation, which I know he drops a lot of clues and information on those.
Yeah.
So maybe I should go watch them. But for the information that I get from him, I mean, he sends out the mailing list. I'm part of the mailing list. Like, I get my information from him eventually, maybe not right away, but the biggest thing that I notice is the Facebook groups that I'm a part of. The Faliverse communities, there's really not a lot of toxicity. And when somebody gets into kind of shit on the brand, there's a lot of people that kind of jump in and shut it down. And those people are like, all right, fine, I get the message. Like, you love your toys, like your shills, whatever. But they usually kind of go away. The G.I. Joe community is not like that. Like, the G.I. Joe community, it's like, it's like a modern warfare lobby. I mean, everybody's just trying to kill each other, like, every day. Like, there's so many, like, you know, humble brags in there. It's like, oh man, what a great figure. It's like, dude, this was just announced yesterday. How do you have a Dr. Mindbender in hand already?
Yeah.
You know? And, you know, there's a couple guys off the top of my head that I know when I see the name, it's like, yeah, that guy's got everything already. And they're always like, well, you know, I don't like Viper Island because he's a shill for Hasbro. It's like, obviously you're doing something because you're getting these figures from Hasbro, like, before everybody else. So,
right.
You know, it's the pot calling the kettle black, the way I see it. But when I think about it a little bit more, I think the toxicity comes from the fact that Hasbro never tells you anything. You know, like, somebody reached out to Emily directly on Twitter and said, hey, where's this line of figures? You know, Canada's getting them. Where's the Tiger Force Outbacks? Like, it's been over a year. And her reply was just, it's a very blunt and kind of shitty attitude. It was just, well, they ship from our warehouse to Target, so it's all out of our hands. And we were talking before the show. I'm like, but it's not, though. Like, the Hasbro stamp is going to be on that figure forever. It's always going to be your toy. Like, protect your property and figure out what your distributor is doing with your toy. Because a lot of people are getting pissed off and leaving the line. You're not going to have anything to make soon.
Every time somebody comes up with a legitimate question and she responds to it on Twitter or whatever the hell the socials are, it's the crap that comes out of her mouth is just comes out of her fingers is just.
And she's so snarky about it.
Exactly.
Like, it's like, well, you can ask us, but we're not going to tell you. It's like, you think you're funny, but you're not.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
it's
because
like, really, I mean, how honestly stupid do you think a lot of us are.
Well, and I don't think that she thinks of it like, you and I collect, the three of us, you and I, you and I, we collect these
she's
toys.
She's the perfect PR person for a line that's having so much fucking trouble. She's just great at bullshit.
She just spins it. Yeah,
She's
she's the Crayon Pierre of Hasbro. So,
she's full of shit and she knows it. But she finds ways to fucking get people to make lefts and rights instead of going straight into the
right. And I think that's why the Joe communities on Facebook are so toxic, because you can't get any answers from Facebook. People in Valaverse, like, they know it's like, oh yeah, where are these figures? They were supposed to come in the fall, and there's immediately somebody on the page. It's like Bobby Vala announced that he didn't like the way that the hands were coming out for the figures, so he went back to production, reproduced them, and he announced that there's going to be a delay.
Yeah,
like you could continue to bitch about that, but you're just showing how big of an asshole you are.
I was gonna say,
like, there's an answer out there. With Hasbro, there's never an answer, so people just continue to be assholes to each other.
That's one of the things that drives me nuts about some of this, is because when people have a question, they go, they think about it for a second, they get hot about it because they don't pay attention to what it is that they may have seen before. Or some news some bit of news that came out that they might have missed.
Yeah.
And they decide not to research it. They just
they're too lazy to look it up.
They go straight onto the social media pages and start bitching. Yep. Because they know as soon as they start bitching, they're going to get an answer, but they're not always going to get the right answer. And who knows?
Or they're not going to get the answer that they want. Or
they're not going to get the answer that's right, that they feel they're entitled to.
So,
which is it's all a pain in the ass. But
I think the biggest thing is, like, we collect our toys and we collect them because we like them.
Right.
If they're tangible, we like playing with them. But we also know that they're sort of an investment too. Like, you wanted to get Eternia, you were trying to move some stuff to get that set. You want to get a few things, but you have to move it first. Like, we got a Serpentor coming. You're trying to move a few things first. Like, so, they are our hobby, but they are also investments to us too, and we need to be able to kind of move things. But Hasbro doesn't, we've already sunk the money for some of this stuff. So where's our product?
Right.
Like, you go walk into a Charles Schwab, and, if you pitch a fit about where your investment is, like, the guy's not going to be like, well, it's out of my hands. I put the stock trade in yesterday. It's out of my, like, no, he's not going to do that to you. He's not going to treat your investment like that.
Yeah.
And I think that Emily needs to understand that these are investments for some people, and we need to know what some of these answers are. Like, it's your product. You should have the answer.
Right.
If you shipped it to Target and you don't know what Target's doing with it, you need to talk to Target and figure out what they're doing with it.
Because they're smearing their brand.
Right, exactly. And if it comes out, like, it's going to suck because you're going to have to float the money to make another production run. But if that container did sink in the ocean on the way over here from China, okay, look, shit happens. But tell the people that. Tell them it's going to be another few months because you got to make a new batch of figures. But don't leave everybody hanging and then push it off on somebody else. Like, that's just a shitty thing to do, especially from a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Your outreach should be much bigger than being like, well, it's out of my hands.
Yeah,
that's something that Super 7 does, like with the Silverhawks line. I don't even that shit was announced over a year and a half ago, I think, and there's not one figure out in the wild yet. Not one figure, I think, has even been produced, and nobody knows why. So,
speaking of Super 7, not to get off track, I think they just released their last series for Thundercats, didn't they? I think they're done with Thundercats now.
I'm not sure of. There's like 7 or 8 waves. I don't know if they're all out there.
I don't think they're all done, but I think they are done. They're not going to make any more.
Yeah, it's kind of a limited show. It's like Silverhawks. There's only so much you could do.
Right.
So, like, even G.I. Joe is finite to a degree. Transformers are all finite
to a degree, but they still have a ton.
Yeah,
a ton of characters they can roll out.
Here, I'm just going to throw it out there just as a talking point. Like, what if Super 7 ever picked up LandCorp's The Core?
Yeah.
It wasn't nearly as popular as G.I. Joe, but there was a lot of characters that LandCorp, or is it Landcore? Landco? Who's the company that made The Core? Lanyard.
Lanyard.
Lanyard. Lanyard's what you wear around your neck for your badge. Lanyard, they came up with a lot of characters, heroes and villains. So there's a lot of stuff. If anybody ever picked up that brand, that they could remake. So it would take them a while, but it's not finite, But look at Silverhawks. There was maybe a dozen heroic characters and maybe 8 or 9, villains. Captain Planet's the same way. If
Yeah.
Super 7 ever picked up and did a Captain Planet line, all right, 12 figures, we're out. Because that was all that there was. Because I had all those toys when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm rambling. Somebody else talk for a
I
while.
was going to point out this that statue you sent me the other day. I thought this was pretty cool.
Oh, the
I
good.
thought
yeah.
I thought I would bring this out. Kotobukiya has brought out a new Batman Bronze Age statue, and the blue and gray with the yellow emblem. And I this is just a badass bust, man.
Yeah.
Just they did this so good.
Well, and I like the shape of it. It's such a little detail, but I like the shape of his hand as he's putting his glove on. Like
Yeah.
it's
Like
just
he's just kind of wiggling it into the fingers.
yeah. Like it's like well, it looks like he's kind of diddling a little, like with the two fingers. But like I do the same thing when I put my gloves on. I diddle the glove and the thumb. It's just it was very well done. I thought.
This was my era of Batman. This is the Batman that I grew up with in the 70s, with the tall ears like that and the blue and gray outfit.
Yeah.
This was, and not only that, but the storylines back then were starting to get a little rougher, a little darker, and a little more, like what do they call those
Noir?
movies? No, it's sort of noir, but more like
Crime thrillers.
like this
Give me a
oh my
movie. I'll
God.
tell you the genre.
the like the psycho thriller kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
They were starting to get more psycho thriller. Took
Yeah.
me a million years to come up with that.
Operation.
But, I mean,
Mindcrime.
they did this statue so well.
They did.
Yeah. Well,
really did it.
And
really
the thing
good.
is, like my favorite Batman is from the '89 movie, the Michael Keaton Batman. But that Batman was based off of this Batman. They just took the gray and the blue and they made it all black.
Yeah.
The big yellow logo on the chest,
Yeah.
the tall ears, the yellow belt. So yeah, this is kind of the.
they
precursor.
took bits and pieces off of it, but
So was
this is the quintessential to me, the quintessential comic Batman.
So as we're talking evolution of Batman, do you think that this version of Batman in the comics was somewhat derived from the television series?
No, not at all.
I mean, like not the version. Like I'm just talking like the costume look,
No,
like the visuals.
no, I don't think so.
Because wasn't that the was he already blue and gray when the show came out?
He was heading that direction.
Okay. Because I know he always had like a. I know he had purple gloves. Did he have a purple cape when he first started in like '39?
No, and
He had
his cape wasn't that.
Prominent.
He
yeah.
he had more of a the cowl was more part of the cape
Okay.
to the point where it actually like wrapped around his. There's like the split was more in
Yeah,
his,
down on the chest.
down on the chest. It wasn't actually like a part of the base of the cowl that went over his shoulders.
Okay.
But that one was actually more black and gray.
Okay. Yeah. No, this is a cool Batman though.
I mean, I've heard a lot of people say, ask the same question. Is that a derivative of the same costume? I don't believe so. I think
Yeah.
this is a completely new iteration. It's done up in the same fashion with the little, the little veins and shit sticking off the gloves, and he's
Yeah.
got a longer cape than the '66 Batman.
So that's why I didn't like if maybe the color scheme, because people were used to seeing it on their TVs, and so they went with that color scheme: the blue cape, the blue cowl. Obviously, they took the black off, but even on this, it's a little darker on the head, like on the face.
Right.
It looks like, but he did have little blades on the gauntlets. On his gloves in the show, they were just really, really short. So that you give him the taller ears, you just make it look a little more masculine.
Yeah. There's some comparisons here of some of the statues that Kotobukiya has done with the Batman line.
Yeah,
This Joker's badass.
yeah. See, I like this pose of the if you go to the last picture, it's got the Joker who laughs last or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that pose.
The
with the
laughing
hands.
Batman.
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
the smiling Batman, whatever it's called.
So, yeah, that's a cool pose. And you know me, like when I pose my figures, they're all like static poses. So
I like this one where he's got the head of the Joker and the.
yeah, in the jar. Was that like the last Batman on Earth or something, or Final Earth Batman or something?
Which one?
The one with the Joker head.
He's one of the many There are many universes out there where Batman is
Actually,
kills.
He's a bad guy. Yeah.
Yeah, and well, he's not really a bad guy. But he kills. The Batman we know doesn't kill. He just maims and puts people in prison. But
Right.
there are many Earths out there in the universe that do have a Batman that kills. And
Yeah.
this was one of them.
Yeah, and he killed the Joker.
But yeah, this statue was really well done. I just wanted to point that out. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, it was cool. Like I said, the detail in the hand he's just putting the glove on is just top notch. So,
Which one is that? That's
what are you looking at?
some of the Batman. Some of the Batman.
Switch over to Ron's
I
computer.
was going to say to switch over around here.
Yeah, I'm just
Trying to figure out when-
I'm just
when-
looking at the same thing you were.
Yeah. When. Oh, there it goes. Ooh, it's flashing. It's flashing.
Should be there in a second. There we go.
So
Super Friends.
Super
Yeah.
Friends. So he had the purple.
That's-
This is like year one
That's your one right there.
with the purple gloves. He's an alien. That's Darkest Night. Is it Arkham?
No, that might be Earth 52. Or New 52.
New 52?
Yeah. Or the one next to it on the left is New 52 because I know in New 52
I
like,
think
he
that
essentially
one is
doesn't
New
have
52.
underwear.
I believe that one's probably one of the Arkham games.
Yeah.
This is Keaton.
No, because the Arkham games he was black. He was all black in the Arkham games.
Was he?
Yeah. Well, no.
No, the Arkham City suit was gray and black.
Yeah.
No, there's So this is
Oh, Rebirth. That's what I was thinking.
yeah, this is Rebirth.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the Arkham. Because he was
Oh,
very
he
heavily
was
armored.
Yeah, he wasn't armored. Okay. All right, because if you go back here, this is for film. This is all the film Batmans. And then if you go here, here's the comic Batmans. No, I'm sorry. This is the film Batmans. This is really, really hard artwork, but it gets you the idea. Do you like these? You like Batfleck?
This is. Oh no, I was gonna say this is wrong, but I see the nipples on the drawing.
Right there, right there.
Those are from the original series.
This
Serials
is-
there, 43 and 40, like 43 to 49.
And this is what they were. I was talking to you about on HBO. They have the that new series on
Yeah.
HBO. It's going back to these guys, but
So
dark.
I know they did. Are you talking about like a little show that is on HBO?
Yeah.
So I know they did one about George Reeves when he was Superman. So I wonder if they went back and did one about the two guys that played Batman.
This is the one on HBO is actually a show. It's not even like George Reeves. They just go back and do stories, R-rated stories.
Yeah. Interesting.
Is he in ice? What the hell is going on?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have actually played Batman.
Lewis Wilson, Adam West, Michael Keaton, Kilmer, Sonar. He had a
Clooney.
sonar.
Yeah, that was when he was Batman and Robin. He used the sonar suit to attack the Riddler.
Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of people forget that Batgirl was in that too.
Yeah, it was. What's her name?
Oh no! She didn't come in until she wasn't in Batman Returns
She
or
wasn't?
Batman and Robin. No, it was just Batman and Robin. She came in with Mr. Freeze in Batman Forever.
This one here.
That one.
Look at-
So that was Batman and Robin, and then
Batman Forever.
these were actually two George Clooney versions. That was the sonar.
George
suit.
Clooney was one of the Batman and Robins. That was Val Kilmer was Batman Forever.
This is Val Kilmer.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh that's,
No. This is Val Kilmer. You can tell by his face.
yeah. That's Val Kilmer too.
Is
That's
it?
at the
That's Val
that's at the
Kilmer.
end when he attacked the Riddler's hideout with Robin.
So
Right.
wait. Oh, okay.
Well, no, 'cause he didn't.
He only was
he
in
didn't
one,
have
right?
He didn't have
Yeah.
Robin.
Yeah, he did.
Batman Forever.
Yeah.
I'll need to watch that one again. I'll need to suffer through it.
Yep. Yeah, because he didn't become Robin until the end of the movie when they attacked the Riddler's hideout.
Okay, I'll have to, like I said, I'll have to.
Because
suffer-
I remember Robin
suffer
went
through
down
that
the
one again.
shaft when Batman was falling and he was gonna because God forbid Batman.
Yeah,
is
I don't
fucking
remember.
great.
I probably
Yeah.
forgot half of that movie. It wasn't very good.
What do you think Ben Affleck's new suit's going to look like?
Shit.
I don't know. I'm excited.
It's gonna be Fat Man.
Fat Man?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite Batmans.
Looks nothing like Batman.
It does. See the little bat under the coat?
I don't like that logo.
No?
It looks like a Lego brick.
I kind of agree with that. I'm always going to be partial to the.
But that's the Frank Miller rendition. That's what they're pulling it from.
That's my favorite logo right there.
They're pulling it from Frank Miller.
Yeah. That I didn't like the Frank Miller stories either.
Oh, I love the Frank Miller
Frank Miller
stories.
story is fucking awesome. It's probably the best Batman.
Well, I shouldn't say
Story.
I didn't say the stories. I didn't like the artistry of the Frank Millers.
You did not?
Too bulky.
I'm always going
Too
to.
blocky.
I'm always going to be the yellow oval. Always going to be about the yellow oval.
Yeah.
The logos. See that it's like the Batfleck is not here. Where's he at? He's not down here.
What the hell was that from?
2008. I don't
Is that
know.
8? No, that's 6. Because that's 7. 5,
Oh.
6, 7.
That's Arkham, right?
Yep. That's Batman Arkham Asylum. And then that's Arkham City. And that's the Bale movies. Oh, that's
2012. Yeah, that's Bale,
That's
right?
Dark
Yeah,
Knight
that's
Returns.
Bale.
That's Dark Knight Returns. Yeah.
And that's animated, right? No, that's not. Yeah, that's animated.
That might be Batman Beyond.
Or Beyond. That's right. Batman Beyond. That's right. That's right.
Is that
This is-
83 or 93?
Robin 93.
If it's 93, it's Batman Beyond.
And that's the Robin insignia, right? Batman and Robin.
I
Batman
think so.
Forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it had the Robin in it because Batman Forever. It was Batman Forever because it was the 4th movie. I thought.
Okay.
See, I always get the timelines mixed up on the Batman movies.
That's the one I need to figure of right there in the front. The original serial Batman with
This
the
one.
purple gloves. Yeah.
I have him upstairs.
I think you're full of shit.
I think he does. I think I've seen it.
Do you really have one though?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was cool before I was really getting into Batman. I thought it was cool that he had black or purple gloves. I didn't understand what it was for. But see, there he is right there. Frank Miller. Boom.
I'll have to talk to my boy over at Wayne's
Batman ain't
Pop
that
Culture.
Batman.
He has this. I think it was a white box.
He had one hanging on a peg in a bag, but it was, I don't know. It's just, I thought he was asking a little bit much for it, but I don't know. Maybe that was the going price for it at the time.
Well, didn't McFarlane make one, or is that the one you're talking about?
No, he didn't make one of those yet.
No, I think that was a DC Select or something.
Select or Iconic, DC Iconic, something odd.
It was.
Oh, that's right, because they rebooted a storyline, Batman Year One, like not long ago, and I think that's what the figure was from.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Where they went back to the purple gloves.
No, this was an older figure. This one was from like
Okay.
2001 or something like that.
Okay.
It was definitely an older figure. But I'm trying to remember what line it was. It said DC something, but I can't remember what line it was from.
Okay. Yeah, I know I've seen a figure with the purple gloves though, so I'm just doing a Google search on it, see if I can find it.
Yeah, Year One. I think it's called Year One.
Oh, I think it was this brand of figures. Yeah, in the white box that you're talking about.
Like DC Direct, DC.
Let me see if I can. Oh, internal server error. Great, I just brought a virus into your server.
Okay, good.
That's what it's all about.
Hey, you know what? I'm vaccinated on my servers.
Oh, this is probably the one you're looking for.
Which one?
Switch over to my screen.
Switch it.
This guy here. Why can't I?
Signals.
Why
Nope,
can't I click
not
on
him.
that? Yeah, but that's the first appearance Batman.
That's
though.
the
I mean, look at
first
the ears.
appearance,
the
but
hands.
it's not a cool figure. They have that at Graham Crackers. Unless he sold it. They had it there a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I was looking at that one, and I passed on it.
I
mean, but the one I was looking at was very similar to that, and it had a cloth. I'm sorry, it had a cloth goods cape. So,
Is it this one?
no,
It's $17.99.
$17.99.
Kung Fu Grip.
Kung Fu Grip.
Jerking off both them bad guys.
Hello.
You do go statue route. Anyways. Yeah.
Well, hey, thanks for joining us this week.
Yep.
Tune back in next week.
Yeah.
Any shout outs, man?
No shout-outs this week.
Okay.
I have none either.
What?
I have none either. I will be back next week.
Shout out to Ron and.
All right. We'll see you guys.
We'll see you. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys. Take care. We'll see you next week.